Hey everybody, welcome to Tim's Vinyl Confessions. I'm Tim Derling. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for your early support of my Night Ranger book, Sing Me Away, the Night Ranger album review. Just been out for a few days, and wow, thank you so much. We're going to keep that deep dive going. Got a very special episode tomorrow in honor of guitarist Brad Gillis's birthday. Talking all about Night Ranger, talking all about guitars. So you don't want to miss that. Talk about another guitarist today celebrating birthday, and he's kind of under the radar these days, Chris DeGarmo from Queensrÿche. So I thought it was probably a good time for me to update my Queensrÿche vinyl collection on video here, because I have gotten quite a few more since the last time I did this. So we'll go back all the way to 1983 for the debut Queensrÿche EP, self-titled. And of course, this is not, I don't have the original vinyl. They put it on 206 Records. This is a Canadian EMI edition. This actually belonged to a college station called CKUM. You can see it there. That's also got a hole punched through it. Bought this at Livewire from Marty a long time ago. Where he got it, who knows. Probably there was a lyric sleeve with this because there's lyrics inside the CD, but that didn't come with this version. You don't see this much. And Queensrÿche were on EMI America Records. That means they had this gray label, and you can see the radio station stamped over it too. So the first full-length Queensrÿche album came out in 1984, and actually all these early ones are Canadian editions. The Warning, and you got the guys on the back looking very metal. Yeah, Canadian edition on EMI, and this one's got everything with it. So you got the photos of the band, and the lyrics and credits, and the vinyl looks the same as the EP. Next up was a record I didn't find till about 6 years ago. I actually found this at one of the Riverview Record Expos. I could probably, I don't know how many things I found at those, but I usually do all right. Rage for Order, 1986. It's in really good shape. Another Canadian edition. The guys looking the way that they did in 1986 on the back here. This has another photo, the stairway photo. I can't imagine. I bet you a lot of money went into those outfits and the photography and the hair and all of it. There you go. Lyrics and credits with the Queensrÿche Rage for Order, superimposed sort of over everything. And this one also looks the same as the previous record labels. Next up is one that I've thought about buying a deluxe edition so I could have the lyric sleeve and everything, but I've got the CD, so I found this relatively cheap because it is missing the lyric sleeve, but I can listen to it. Operation Mindcrime, the breakthrough album, of course, and this is a Canadian edition. What I like about having this on vinyl is that, you look at the tape and the CD, first of all, it's very small, but the white on red, red on white, sometimes there's a lot of bleed that happens. You can see everything very clearly here. And I see what they were going for, and I like it. But so there's no lyric sleeve with this, but this is what the record looked like, because now it was EMI Manhattan. It's a case where the label sort of morphs, so it had this like checkerboard thing. It's the only band that I've got that looks like that. And next, it would have been nice to find an original 1990 version of this, but it would cost too much money for a record I wouldn't play. So I'm satisfied with this reissue version of Empire. This is 2021 this came out. So this does me just fine. And even to reissue, this still looks pixelated to me. I've never understood how, obviously it was a creative choice, but the Ryche logo has always looked pixelated. And I always thought it was just early graphics, but they've never fixed it. I guess maybe if they fix it, it's altering the cover. Who knows? But anyway, huge album for them, of course. And I got the follow-up on vinyl too. Promised Land from 1994 with these great Hugh Syme graphics. It's nice to have it all in one because the CD just has like this square of it and you have to fold it out. This is a back on black reissue. So it's licensed. This came out in 2017. And this is a limited edition. It says colored vinyl may vary. And something else from this album that I've had for a long time that is pretty cool. This is something Matt found for me when he lived in Ontario a long time ago. Well, this would have been current, so we're talking about 30 years I've had this. For a long time, this is the only Queensrÿche vinyl I had. This is a single to the song Bridge from Promised Land. So you've just got the 7-inch single here in this plastic compartment, this pocket of this bag. And the back of this has the killing words live. And this folds out into an enormous poster. And I'm not even gonna unfold the whole thing, but I just want to give you an idea of this, just how big a poster we're talking about. So here's one square of it. And you've got, a picture of Eddie Jackson, but then you've also got the Q and the U in Queensrÿche. So you can imagine how big this poster is when it's completely folded out. This is pretty typical for the UK. I mean, they always did cool stuff like this, right? And one of those cool things is that they kept making vinyl way into the 90s. There's a vinyl revival now, but it's important to remember that from about the mid-90s on, you just didn't see new albums on vinyl, or if you did, it was a very special occasion. It's just something that didn't happen. So now there's a big gap in my Queensrÿche albums, and I know some of these albums are available on vinyl. I don't think some of them, like Q2K, I'm not sure about, but I think you can get like Operation Mindcrime 2 and then Mindcrime at the Moor and things like that, but maybe someday. But jump all the way up to 2013 for this. Some people consider it a Queensrÿche album, some people don't. I just think it's a good album. Frequency Unknown. This is the Jeff Tate-led version, of course, of the result of the Queensrÿche split. And I still think this is a pretty good album. This is on Deadline. I don't know if this is rare, but I remember getting this when it first came out. And this was also one of the first, sort of newer albums that I found on cassette, that they put out in cassette. So I thought that was kind of a novelty at the time. I guess I still kind of do. Next thing I've got to show you is, I still think this is a fantastic album. The third album with Todd LaTorre on vocals, The Verdict, from 2019. This is Red Smoke, limited to 500 copies. But so there you go. And so far, the most recent Queensrÿche album, we would have reviewed this one too, Digital Noise Alliance, and this is a 2-record set actually on Century Media. Great record, and hopefully they keep on going. So there you go. That's my Queensrÿche vinyl collection, up to date now. It's not complete, but it's one of those work in progress things. But anyway, yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching this edition. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already. I've got a link to order my books below, and also any Tim's Vinyl Confessions merchandise, a lot of which is based on the books, as well as just having the logo on it and stuff. Check it out. We're always adding new products to that, so both of those links are below. I want to thank everybody for watching this edition of Tim's Vinyl Confessions.